Hello, everybody, racers and race fans from all around the globe. Cheers for Tenente in the race chat. Love to see it. Thank you so much for the love and support, everybody. You guys are fantastic. Welcome back to the Pro-Am Racing Challenge. This is round 6 at the Red Bull Ring, folks. Things are about to get spicy. Things are about to get hectic, because we have a 90-second track that the drivers are all contesting with right now, and they're trying to get their qualifying session done. So without any further delay, let's see where we've been, what we're up to for the past couple of weeks. We've been to Monza, Oulton Park, Brands Hatch, Snetterton, Misano. Now we're at the Red Bull Ring, finishing things off at Zandvoort and the Nürburgring over the next 2 weeks. Grand prize is the Next Level Racing HF8 haptic feedback chair. Thanks to our sponsors, Next Level Racing, FAF for the love of the road, and Toronto Racing Simulators. Thank you so much. We're also raising money for sick kids. So please make sure that you donate using the QR code at the bottom left-hand side of your screen when it pops up. And without any further delay, let's check out the qualifying session, folks. Right now, it's Justin Cutler in the lead with Ryan Nash in P2, Kevin Lee in 3rd place, Nate Roberts in 4th, Wilson Ho in 5th, KO Jr. in 6th place, Corey McNulty in 7th, Nicholas Kindred, David Johnson, Benjamin Hyun, Chris Frazier, Nathan Bear, Ryan Conrad, BK, Alan Pena, Balwea Isho, Johnny Nickelford, Robert Tenente, Enrique Santos Lopez, Nilton Diaz, Laszlo Tot, and Carlos Alberto Nataro, rounding out the 22 drivers that we have available to us tonight. There's the Sick Kids donation link at the bottom left-hand side of your screen. Make sure you go ahead and donate at your convenience, and should you be able to do so, your help will go a long way to raising money for sick kids in need. A little bit of racing going on for Tenente with Laszlo Toth and Equal Machinery for their qualifying real estate here. And it looks like Laszlo Toth easily backs out of that battle. And the green flags are waving to let them know that the track is clear all around. And here's the rear wing of Tenente in the Rutronic Racing number 92, looking back at Toth for Six Sigma Racing. Only 1 minute 45 seconds remaining in this qualifying session. It's still up to Justin Cutler and Ryan Nash. Kevin Lee half a second back right now. Here's Wilson Ho, the leader of the Pro-Ams right now for Six Sigma Racing, driving the 888 Ferrari. In 5th place overall, driving the wheels off this thing, using all the track that he's bought and paid for coming through Rin Now through Red Bull Mobile. Coming down the straightaway, does he find any improvement? No, not on this lap. 129.702 on the previous. His best being a 128.937. This will be everybody's last attempt at it. Doesn't look like the 92 of Robert Tenente is going to be able to get to the line in time, nor the 31 of Laszlo Toth. Laszlo's coming down pit road now, and Tenente finishing up his lap as we speak. We've got a minute and 50 seconds remaining left in the qualifying session for the drivers to get to the checkered flag. Check out the 38 of Benjamin Young as he crosses the line. Any improvement to be found? No. About the 77 of Enrique Santos Lopez. He's about a half second up on his PB. Where does he fall? Up into 15th place for the number 77, stitched together just in the nick of time. 14 of Kevin Lee is the next contender to cross the line. No improvement to be found there. There's the timetables. There is the ballast as well for all of the drivers. Justin Cutler, Ryan Nash, Kevin Lee lead the pack right now. Let's do our livery showcase, shall we, folks? Justin Cutler in P1 with a 127.987. Lead the charge yet again. The number 35 Nissan GTR. Then we have Ryan Nash, the number 21, in second place, half a second back. Kevin Lee, 6/10 back. The number 14 Ferrari in third. Nate Roberts, the number 6 BMW, in fourth place, 8/10 back right now. Wilson Ho, the 888, in fifth place, the first of the Pro-Am drivers. KO Jr., number 29, in sixth position overall. Then we have the second place in Pro-Am, Corey McNulty, the number 74 Audi driver for Bald Eagle Motorsports. Nicholas Kindred in third, only slow on Tuesdays, in the 878, eighth place overall. Chris Frazier, the first of the amateur drivers, number 23, in the ninth place. Ryan Conrad, in the 879, in 10th place. David Johnson in the 221 for Bald Eagle Motorsports. The number 11 spot is his. Benjamin Yun in 12th, the FAF GTD 38. Nathan Baer, the number 72, in 13th for Grizzly Racing. BK, the number 9 FAF Motorsports driver, in the number 9, 14th place is his. Enrique Santos Lopez, the number 77, in 15th position overall. Balwea Isho, number 16th spot is his, with the number 220 plotted onto the door. Alan Pena, the number 91 Red Bull car for Inspire, in 17th. Johnny Nickelford, the number 18th spot in the FAF GTD. Robert Tenente for Rutronic Racing, number 92, in 19th. Nilton Diaz in the 111 is in 20th position. And then Laszlo Toth, the number 21 spot for him. Carlos Alberto Notaro for PC Moro, the number 10 car, in 21st position.
10 seconds.
Take a look at the leaderboard. It's Justin Cutler with 118 points in front of Kevin Lee with 113 driving the Ferrari, and the Porsche of Ryan Nash with 105 in third. Nate Roberts in fourth place with 89 points, tied with Dominic Schumann for 89 points in 5th place. Still anybody's ball game with 3 races remaining. Of course, this is after 2 drop rounds have been applied, so things can still be shooken up just a little bit as far as standings are concerned. That was the pro drivers. Let's look at the pro-ams. Rory Buchanan with 108, Wilson Ho with 106, Corey McNulty with 105, Ryan Conrad with 101, BK with 100, and Corey McNulty driving the Audi with the silver rings there in 3rd place. You can barely see them with silver on silver, but you can still tell who these guys are driving for. Top 4 manufacturers are all different, and the 5th one being BK in the Ford Mustang as well. This is GTD Pro-Am round 5 after 2 drop rounds have been applied. In the GTD Am, top 5 drivers after round 5 with 2 drops given. David Johnson leads Laszlo Toth 118 to 110. Johnny Nickelford with 101. Nathan Baer with 94 points. And then Chris Frazier with 86. 5 different manufacturers in the top 5, showing you that anybody can make it with any type of machinery here at the Pro-Am Racing Challenge. Brought to you by Omega Sim Racing and our sponsors, FAF for the love of the road, Next Level Racing, and Toronto Racing Simulators. For all your simulator needs, check out Toronto Sim Racing. Check out the weather today here at the Red Bull Ring. Partly cloudy throughout the day with warm temperatures. Overall, 21 degrees is the ambient, 28 degrees will be the track temperature roughly. Gusts up to 27 kilometers per hour. Northeasterly breeze at 2.1 kilometers. Senior Coconut, are we sure Nathan Baer is Canadian? Well, we can check. We are not sure Nathan Baer is Canadian. I'm not seeing a flag pulled up for him. Oh, drivers going into the wall on the formation lap. That's no bueno.
Green light. Go, go, go.
And green, green, green. Ryan Nash a little out of position on that race start. Did not go to the inside line there, but now he dives to the inside of Justin Cutler. And further back, it'll be KO Jr. getting involved with Nate Roberts. Side-by-side action. KO loses a handful of positions on the start, leading down and towards turn 1. Nicholas Kindred and Chris Frazier nearly come together, the 23 and the 878. And now there will be some argy-bargy, and that will be Corey McNulty going backwards now. Oh no, and there is absolute calamity on the race start. Not sure who spun who there, and that will be something for the race stewards to have to decipher. Let's switch back over to a better camera angle to see where the drivers are all standing up right now. Justin Cutler leads Ryan Nash by 0.4 of a second. Kevin Lee in 3rd place. Nate Roberts in 4th. Wilson Ho in 5th. KO Jr. in 6th. David Johnson, Benjamin Hyun, Nathan Baer, Balwea Isho finds himself into the top 10. That's going to shake up the order some and the championship standings as well. Milton Diaz in the pits from the start of this race, presumably will not be taking the race start for the triple one. Corey McNulty finds himself at the back of the pack right now. 1/10 away is going to be Nicholas Kindred from Enrique Santos Lopez and Ryan Conrad just ahead. Chris Frazier, Carlos Alberto Nataro invert their positions there for just a second. Side by side coming down the start finish line right now. It'll be Nicholas Kindred getting by Enrique Santos Lopez. Nicholas Kindred and Enrique Santos Lopez, they won't give up on each other. The Grizzly Racing of Nathan Baer. Welcome back, Twitch viewers. I'm not sure if Nathan Baer is Canadian. He has an American flag splattered across the roof. I'm not sure why we would assume that he's Canadian. Well, thank you very much for bringing it up, Senor Coconut. Nathan Baer being chased down by Balwe Isho. And Isho actually getting by Nathan Baer across the start-finish line right there. Nathan Baer being a little complicit in that overtaking maneuver. Nathan Baer now losing another position, this time to BK. Presumably letting the faster class through so that he can be in a battle with his comrades, I would assume. And we have penalties being dished out right now. Car number 29, KO Jr., 5-second time penalty for causing a collision. Nicholas Kindred in the 878, 5-second time penalty for causing a collision. Let's see if we can find these very quickly. Incidents number 29. This is the incident that sent Corey McNulty round. Up the inside goes KO Jr. Sends the 74 round, and that will do it. The 878 accident, this is the one that we actually saw live happening. 878 bumps into the 23, sends them round, and then the parking lot unfolds. Oh no. And disaster after that. Oh, Ryan Conrad, only slow on Tuesdays, trying to go for a move on McNulty, the number 74. Can't make that one stick. We got Chris Frazier chase down Johnny Nickelford. Whoa, almost runs to the back of him at turn 4, Schlossgold. Almost had some Ferrari on Ferrari violence there for just a moment. Kevin Lee was within a tenth of Ryan Nash, backed out of it, now is a half second away. Justin Cutler leads by 1.6 seconds, holds on to the best lap, 128.735 on the board right now. JT Sykes says McNulty had a good run going until he was taken out. Couldn't agree with that more. McNulty did have a good chance at a podium here. A quick moment to hydrate yourselves, hydrate your bodies. Nicholas Kindred and Johnny Nickelford coming together, the 16th and 18th position. Theo Jr. trying to make a move on Wilson Ho. Decides better of it there. Kevin Lee closing down the gap, 4 tenths away from Ryan Nash. The 878 gets another 5-second time penalty from race control. Side-by-side action going up the hill in towards Remus. Kevin Lee, Ryan Nash going side-by-side, toe-to-toe. Kevin Lee of photography trying to get the run down towards turn 4. Gives the big old squeeze to Ryan Nash. The pinch and move at Schlossgold in the 06 of Nate Roberts has nowhere to go. He's completely boxed in. They're going to continue their side-by-side action here at the Red Bull Ring into turn 5 and through turn 6. And now it'll be the outside line for Kevin Lee, turning into the inside line for the following corner. And that'll be done and dusted on this occasion. The trio will still drive off into the night's air, and they are driving like they stole it right now. Checking in with Johnny Nickelford, Nicholas Kindred, Alan Pena, because they're all side by side right now. What about KO Jr. chasing down Wilson Ho? We've got battles everywhere around this glorified oval racetrack that is the Red Bull Ring. Drivers still spitting out 90-second lap times there or thereabouts. Ryan Nash again trying to go past Kevin Lee. On this occasion, we'll have a good run coming down of Nicky Lauda. And down the straight we go. And he two wheels onto the grass that turned into the asphalt. And Kevin Lee is still giving the pincer move, trying to bump and bang his way by to defend. And Ryan Nash gets sent a little further back into Remus, into the grasp of Nate Roberts. From P4 to P3. Now this three-way squabble will not stop, can't stop. On board with Ryan Nash, headed down towards into Schlossgold, and he holds on to that inside line. Can he maintain the speed and momentum? Let's check out the TV camera to get a better look at this one. And he will get the better of Nate Roberts. Ryan Nash in the Porsche in the middle of this sandwich. Nate Roberts getting a little squirrely coming through Worth, and then clatters with the barrier. Add insult to injury there. KO Jr. Wilson Ho still side by side through the yellow flag situation and down through Rind. It'll be the 929 leading the 888. So KO Jr. back into the battle with the rest of the pros. Alan Pena, Laszlo Toth. Toth doing a good job of his recovery drive right now. Did not have a great qualifying run. Up into 4th place for the amateur drivers. Race control notifying me that the number 91 of Alan Pena has gained a 5-second time penalty for causing a collision. This will upset the chances that he has to get by Laszlo Toth here. Still 33 minutes of racing left to go. Checking in with the leaders yet again. Kevin Lee has not escaped the clutches of Ryan Nash just yet. Nate Roberts, the number 6, has drifted down into 6th position, though. Side by side, going down the straightaway. Up the hill we go into Schlossgold. On the inside, bumping and banging between Ryan Nash and Kevin Lee through turn 4, through turn 5. It'll be Ryan Nash ahead of Lee. Lee dives to the inside of turn 6. And now through Rint, it'll be Kevin Lee falling behind Ryan Nash. I thought he was going to lick the stamp and send it up the inside, but Kevin Lee thinks cooler heads will prevail and he'll get that position back in due time. Laszlo Toth falling behind Alan Pena there. Gains the position back through Roush. More side-by-side action up the hill through Remus. 10% grade incline into turn 3. And Ryan Nash still leads Kevin Lee. David Johnson, Balwea Isho, Benjamin Hyun all coming together right now. The battle for 7th, 8th, and 9th involving the Pro-Ams and the amateur driver. Deej Johnson for the Bald Eagle Motorsports, number 221. Checking in with the rest of the field right now. Things are getting quiet. Balwea Isho taking a pit. Enrique Santos Lopez, Ryan Conrad, Milton Diaz all have taken their pit stops so far. Ryan Nash's rear wing looking back at Kevin Lee of photography. Gap is 8/10 of a second, nearly 1 second in total right now. Number 14, Nicholas Kindred only slow on Tuesdays, getting past his teammate, Alan Pena. Or excuse me, no, that would be Ryan Conrad, who's already taken a pit stop in the 879. Excuse me. Corey McNulty only half second away from Chris Frazier. the battle for 11th and 12th position. Corey McNulty was able to get by Chris Frazier there, coming down in towards turn 1. And Chris Frazier only slow on Tuesday as well, chasing down Corey McNulty, the number 74. 74 was involved in an incident coming into turn 3 Remus. A good recovery drive right now for the man named Corey McNulty in the number 74 Audi. The lone Audi on the grid right now. Well, things are all quiet. Let's take a look at a video from Sick Kids, our charity that we're sponsoring tonight. We'll be right back after a quick message from the Sick Kids Foundation, folks. Stand by. And we're back, folks. Make sure you donate to the Sick Kids Charity Foundation if you are willing and able to do so. Corey McNulty gaining another position, gets by Nathan Bear, number 72. McNulty finds himself into the top 4 for his class, at least. He's got BK up the road around 8 seconds, and he's lapping almost a second a lap faster, so expect that one to come together pretty shortly now. Nate Roberts chasing down Wilson Ho and KO Jr. right up the road now, but we've got lap traffic to contend with here. That'll be the 06 of Nate Roberts chasing down Wilson Ho, who clattered into the wall earlier. Wilson Ho not getting any blue flags, has no reason to pull over for the 06 and give up that racing position of 5th place overall, but ends up pulling over out of the way, lets the 06 by, and the 06 is now in position 05. Bumps down Wilson Ho into 6th place overall. David Johnson gets passed by BK coming out of the Red Bull Mobile. Wilson Ho still 3/10 away from Nate Roberts. David Johnson, or Deej Johnson, 4/10 away from BK out in front. BMW chasing down the Ford Mustang, both front engine cars. Justin Cutler leads Ryan Nash over Kevin Lee, KO Jr., Nate Roberts, Wilson Ho, Benjamin Hyun, BK, David Johnson, Corey McNulty, rounding out your top 10. Nathan Baer in 11th, Chris Frazier in 12th, Nicholas Kindred, Alan Pena, Laszlo Toth, Johnny Nickelford, Isho, Robert Tenente, Carlos Alberto Nataro, Ryan Conrad, Enrique Santos Lopez, and Milton Diaz will round out the 22 drivers that we have out here tonight. 21 minutes remaining on the clock tonight. Nate Roberts in 5th place. And he's chasing down KO Jr., lapping around 0.2 a lap faster than the car in front of him. McNulty fans will be glad to know that the McNulty gap is coming down from himself to David Johnson. And BK as well. Carlos Alberto Nataro and David Johnson getting into a little bit of a tussle there. As the lap traffic becomes an issue for the lead drivers. Number 92 comes down pit road. That'll be Robert Tenente in 18th position. Isho in the number 220, chasing down Johnny Nickelford. Here's McNulty chasing down the number 10 of Carlos Alberto Nataro. Flashy of the headlights, letting him know that he is blue flag. And McNulty licks the stamp, sends it through Rint, and down through the Red Bull Mobile. It'll be done and dusted for the number 74. Next up the road will be David Johnson and BK. Isho and Johnny Nickelford going side by side through Rid. Number 99 holds the inside line, the 220 to the outside line here, and continuing their side by side. It'll conclude with Isho getting the position over Johnny Nickelford. Nicholas Kindred down pit road they go. That'll promote Balwea, Isho, Alan Pena, Laszlo Toth, and Johnny Nickelford into their respective positions now. Nicholas Kindred down into 17th position. 878 being the last driver on the lead lap right now, is about to go a lap down as he gets passed by Justin Cutler. Battle in the podium positions for the amateur drivers. Nathan Baer in second place, Chris Frazier in third right now. Frazier was leading the amateur drivers at the start of the night. Now they're separated by 2 seconds due to the lap traffic. Ryan Conrad going side by side with Robert Tenente. Both have taken their pit stop, so this is all for the marbles. Ooh, and there goes Carlos Alberto Notaro, the number 10, off the racing circuit. Ryan Conrad, Robert Tenente able to snake right on through. Chris Frazier closing down the gap, now down to 1.5 seconds from a 2-second gap. Berg McNulty getting past David Johnson. David goes a little bit slowly to allow McNulty through on his battle. McNulty still on a good recovery drive. No matter where things end up falling, 4th place overall after basically running in P last after lap 1. Nicholas Kindred about to get by Milton Diaz in the 111, the Omega Sim Racing car. There's Nathan Baer on his way out from pit road. He's going to come out right into this gaggle of cars. And it's going to be a mess going in towards turn 3 of Remus. "13 minutes left on the clock, folks. The time is ticking away. Only a handful more laps for the drivers to get their pit stops situated. I want to make sure that we get our pit stops done right this time, just to clarify what happened last week at Mazzano. Although Ryan Nash and Justin Cutler came together on the final lap, it was Ryan Nash who had taken an improper pit stop, it seems, and was given the 130-second penalty for that improperly served pit stop. Therefore, the winner of the race ended up being Justin Cutler, second place, going to Ryan Nash. David Johnson serves his pit stop, comes out of pit lane in 14th place overall. Still in 4th place for the amateurs at this point in time. Alan Pena getting by the number 10 of Carlos Alberto Nataro. P1 through P17 are all on the lead lap. Ryan Conrad, Tenente, Enrique Santos Lopez down one lap. Alberto Nataro and Milton Diaz down multiple at this point. Here comes Alan Pena down pit road, out of 11th place for them. Chris Frazier down pit road, the number 23, out of 10th place. Alan Pena has a 5-second penalty applied next to his name for incident responsibility, and therefore will have to serve that during his pit stop. Coming into Schlossgold, Johnny Nickelford leads Chris Frazier by 11.9 seconds, but still has to make his mandatory pit stop. Benjamin Hyun comes in to serve his mandatory with 9:50 remaining on the clock. Here's Wilson Ho. Still has to make his mandatory pit stop, but is looking good for a podium in the Pro-Am category. Without giving him the commentator's curse, you even say that he might clinch the top step of that podium in the Pro-Am category. Had a BK and Corey McNulty after a really bad mishap for McNulty. Benjamin Hyun, number 38 in 4th place. Isho in 5th. Nicholas Kindred and Ryan Conrad round out all of the Pro-Am drivers. Laszlo Toth in 1st place for now, but still has to take his mandatory. Deej Johnson, Johnny Nickelford, Chris Frazier, Nathan Barrett, Alan Pena, Tenente, Enrique Santos Lopez, Carlos Alberto Nataro, and Milton Diaz round out your amateur drivers. Oh no, and Isho is stopped at the exit of turn 3. I think Isho pit off that. Yes, he did. He warped the pit lane. Will not serve his mandatory now. Agreed, JT. Corey McNulty on a smooth recovery drive right now. Nathan Baer and Alan Pena coming close together on the racing circuit, battling for position overall in the amateur category. The Lamborghini leads over the McLaren, 72 and the 79, separated by just a couple of car lengths right now, maybe not even one at certain points on the track. Coming through Sloss Gold, it looks like Alan Pena has a bit of a wiggle and oversteer. Has to correct it to get back onto the racing line and into turn 6 now. Here we go. McNulty serves his pit stop, comes out in front of Benjamin Hyun, now battling with Laszlo Toth for the top 10 overall, looking for 7th position. He's got it. Nate Roberts, Kevin Lee, KO Jr. all into pit road at the exact same time. All quiet on the Western front here with 4 minutes and under remaining on the clock. Gaps are sitting at around 1 second plus between most of the field. Cutler and Nash still have to take their mandatory pit stops of the evening, but all other drivers have. Number 220 gets a 5-second time penalty for causing a collision. Let's get an incident replay of that. Stand by. Where is the leader right now? That'll be the 21 of Ryan Nash. Justin Cutler is on his way out of pit lane after a 4.6 second stationary pit stop. Number 10 of Carlos Alberto Notaro gets a 5-second time penalty for an unsafe rejoin. And Carlos Alberto Notaro decides to come down pit road immediately to serve that. Chris Frazier, who's only slow on Tuesdays, in the number 23, looking pretty good in second place for the amateur category right now. And there's Ryan Nash down pit road. And this will be the last lap officially for Justin Cutler. Justin Cutler, who's done an amazing job tonight, leading us pretty much from start to finish for Six Sigma Racing. Passes his teammate, or is about to pass his teammate, Laszlo Toth here. Good shot of the Gulf liveries going side by side together for a brief moment in time. But the number 35 Nissan GT-R has done a phenomenal job leading us from start to finish tonight. From green to checkered flag. Coming through turn 5 for the final time, Justin Cutler and Six Sigma Racing will have this one concluded. Another big fat W for Six Sigma Racing. Another championship almost secured for Justin Cutler. Can anybody dethrone this man in the final 2 races of the championship season? Time will tell. Join us next week to find out more about Justin Cutler and his reign of terror driving this Nissan GT-R. He crosses the line, checkered flag into P1. Kevin Lee will cross the line in second place for the number 14. Ryan Nash in third place. Nate Roberts in fourth place. KO Jr. in fifth place. Wilson Ho in sixth place overall. First place for the Pro-Ams. Corey McNulty will cross the line in seventh place, but take a big fat W from that, because this was an amazing recovery drive for Corey McNulty from P last up to the top 7, and also second place in his category. Hats off to Corey McNulty and his tenacity to recover so well. Keep your head calm, cool, and collected, and keep on driving on for Corey McNulty. Benjamin Young, the number 38, across the line in 8th position. That's a podium finish for him for his clash. David Johnson, the number 221, will cross the line in first place for the amateur drivers, followed by Chris Frazier and then Nathan Baer for the AMs. BK, you got it, in 9th place for him. 10th place for the number 9. Chris Frazier will cross the line in 11th place. That's second place for the amateurs. Nicholas Kindred cross the line next in 12th place. Nathan Baer in 13th position, with Alan Pina to follow. Carlos Alberto Notaro in last place. Isho, Enrique Santos Lopez, Tenente, Ryan Conrad, Johnny Nickelford, Laszlo Toth, and Alan Pina are at the bottom of the chart for us. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Thank you very much for sticking around. Appreciate all the love and support you guys have given us. Make sure you join us next week, same time, same place, for our race at Zandvoort on June 17th, and the grand prize being a Next Level Racing haptic feedback 8 chair. Thanks to our sponsors, Next Level Racing, FAF, For the Love of the Road, and Toronto Racing Simulators. Thank you so much. On behalf of the Omega Racing Sim channel, I've been your host, Sagar Bakshi, aka The Real High. This has been the Pro-Am Racing Challenge Season 2 of 2025, and this has been Round 6 at the Red Bull Ring. Have a wonderful night, and as always, make sure you stay safe out there. Take care. Bye-bye.